So what I'm going to show you in this video right here is something that's going to work for you regardless if you've got a puppy, an adult dog, an older dog, a small breed, large breed, shy temperament, overexcited temperament. It's going to work for any dog that you have. The two things that you're really going to want to focus on is your timing and your consistency. And if you do those two things well, with what I'm going to show you right now, then your feeding times are going to be much more enjoyable and less stressful for you and your dog. So enjoy and put this into practice today. All right, here we go. So this is a 14-week-old Labradoodle puppy, all over the place. Very, very excited for food. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be using exclusively my body language. So here I'm kind of getting him excited for the purpose of this video. I want him to be take him from really excited to waiting calmly in just a matter of seconds. So I'm going to ask him to sit. So I step toward him using my spatial pressure, and then anytime he comes forward, I'm going to move toward him. I'm going to make my body posture erect and move toward him. And if I need to, I'll block with my hand. So he steps forward, I step forward. He goes down, I move back. What I'm waiting for is solid eye contact. So I want like a good 2 seconds of eye contact at minimum before I release. And I just gave him a small portion so I could do this several times. All right, and here we go again. All right, so see, my response with my body language and my body posture and what we call spatial pressure is an exact opposite of his. So anytime he comes forward, I'm going to do the same thing. And anytime he goes back in a relaxed position, I'm going to take my pressure, quote unquote, off with my kind of my personal bubble. And then I wait for a couple seconds of eye contact and release. And here we go again. And this time I'm actually going to drop it on the floor, making it even more accessible for him. And I'm going to wait for the same thing. Same concept, just a little more advanced, a little more challenging. Cool. So he did not even try to step forward and go for the food, so as soon as I got a couple seconds of eye contact, release. And now this is probably, this is the second or third time we've done this. I would not recommend you doing this on the first day that you do this for most people at home, but I wanted to give these different examples. And in case you're wondering, feeding kibble off the floor like this is actually something that we do for dogs to both give them kind of like mental stimulation. There's kind of like the idea of them being able to kind of hunt and seek for their food. So this is, and it also prevents them from being able to eat too fast. So Shiloh was one that would eat and kind of gorge himself and make himself throw up his food, and then he would re-eat it. So that's not a fun habit. So this also prevents that habit from continuing. So now, so this, again, is just kind of another advancement of what we're doing. So when I'm bending down, that's more of a inviting body posture. So it's a little bit more of a stretch for him to not come forward. So I'm going to set the food right down on the ground in a pile. Right? So I'm going to move forward. And, yep. So I kind of squared up on him because he did not go into a sit when I was just kind of leaning forward. A couple seconds of eye contact, I'll release again. And see, I'm making him look away from the food. So again, just another way to make it a little bit more challenging is having them not even look in the direction of the food. They have to completely leave the thought of staring at the food and look away from it to look at me, and then my eyes are the gateway to everything good. So when you look at me, you'll be able to go get the food. All right. And again, I'm gonna crouch down, and I'm going to make this very tempting. I'm basically going to hold the food right in Shiloh's face, and again, wait for eye contact. So he's gonna not be able to look at the food, but he's gonna have to look at me, and then he will get the food. And so this is a little bit of a different concept. I'm withdrawing the food or removing it versus using my body posture. So a lot of willpower and patience here from him. Very good, very good. Awesome, awesome. So you should be able to have success with this the first time that you try it, okay? If you are really struggling the first time that you try this, then put the food away. If your dog will not sit and wait patiently for the food, then put it away for 1 minute, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, however long, whatever you want to put it away for, and then try it again. And if your dog, again, if you're still struggling, put the food away, get it back out again. You'll notice that if you have to do that each time you do it, your dog's wheels are going to be turning. They're going to be trying to figure out what's going on here. What do I need to do to get that food, right? So they will get it. They will absolutely get it if you are just being consistent with your timing. And anytime your dog moves forward toward the bowl, you step forward toward them using your, what we call spatial pressure, your body language, your personal bubble. Touches their bubble, kind of moves them back. Just like if you were to step too close to somebody that you didn't know very well in a conversation, they're probably going to withdraw a little bit. They're going to move backwards because it's uncomfortable to be in each other's bubble. Dogs are going to respond very, very similarly to this spatial pressure. So anytime they move forward, you move forward. When they go back, then you move back. You release that pressure. So do that. Be consistent about it. If your dog's not going to sit and wait patiently and give you that eye contact, put the food away for a few minutes. Try again. And you will have success with this. So leave a comment. Let me know, did you have success on your first try? Did you have to have 2 tries? Did it take 3 tries? Or do you feel like you need some more guidance? Leave us a comment.